Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with more Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is episode 5, and last time Shao Tucker frickin' transmuted his daughter and his dog into a chimera that could speak for the sake of keeping his state alchemist license. Just no moral compass, no feelings of regret or anything. Oh man, it was hard. It was very difficult to watch, and Ed and Al both felt powerless. Even with all the power that they have, they couldn't reverse what he had done. So, yeah, it's a struggle to... I feel like this whole series so far has been dealing with their struggle with just how much power they have. Like, they tried to abuse their power in breaking the rules of alchemy and trying to bring their mother back, and now they don't feel powerful enough to save somebody. So it's really interesting. The relationship they have with power is super fun to watch, and I'm sure we'll see more of that going forward. And I'm sure there's a lot more heartbreak going forward as well. I'm hoping for a little lighter bit of an episode, maybe. Maybe no kids dying this episode, or getting dismembered, or losing their bodies, maybe. Yeah. Meanwhile, Scar last episode. We learned a little bit more about him. He's after the state alchemists, and he took out Shao Tucker. And I feel like whatever motivates him, I'm very curious about what motivates him, and I'm sure it's super compelling. He did kill Nina because he's like, there's no way back from this. This is a life of suffering. And I believe he took them out in like a move of mercy. Like, he doesn't care about staining his own hands if it means people don't suffer anymore, which is really interesting. I'm very curious about the character. So yeah, excited to get back into it. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below, and the next episode is up there as well. Leave a like before we get started, and let's go. Bing. Rain of Sorrows. It's actually raining right now.
It's a present. I transmuted it.
You did? You're your father's son, all right. Creating something as neat as this takes talent.
Oh no.
If you can do that.
Why couldn't you make mommy better, Ed?
Big brother. Let's play.
You were dreaming.
Hair looks good like this. Wait, can Al even sleep? Does he need to sleep? He's a suit of armor. He doesn't have the biological components of a human being.
What's going to happen to Tucker and Nina?
Mr. Tucker was scheduled to be stripped of his certification and stand trial for what he did to Nina. But they're both dead.
Dead?
I was just heading over to the scene now.
We're coming with you.
No,
Why not?
You're too close.
you don't need to see this.
God has given us a great trial, my children.
What?
Wicked heathens have spread insidious rumors
You've
trying
died
to
already.
shake our faith, and now the military seeks to oppress us.
It's an imposter
But
or
we
a
must hold
flashback?
tight to our faith.
Human foolishness never ceases to amaze me.
Riots. Civil war in the streets. Stop pulling her hair. Oh god.
As soon as we have everything handled here, I have my own responsibilities.
That's not his voice.
I need to get back to.
The Full Metal Boys' interference was irritating, but at least we were able to make it work in our favor. The human race is made up of violent, miserable fools.
Who seem more than willing to play into our hands.
Do I recognize that voice?
People gonna die again?
Yes, they will.
Do I get to eat
Can I
them?
eat all of them after they die?
No, you may not.
Boink.
By the way, Envy, could you lose the old man
Envy.
costume? It's
Ah.
very attractive.
This time around, I'll go with the younger.
cuter model. What do you say?
Whoa. Oh.
A monster!
Can I eat him? Can I?
Oh god.
The Full Metal Brat's there too.
Oh, is he? As furious as I am that he interfered with our work here, we can't very well let him die. He's an important sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
So yummy!
We'll find some way of handling the situation. The other one we were speaking of, what was his name?
Scar.
Scar?
His face? Yeah, we don't really know anything else about him, so that's...
They're just gonna call him Scar? Okay.
Our target. You should increase your escort and lay low for a while. Nobody will blame you. Please, I'm asking as your friend.
Is Hughes a state alchemist or just part of the military?
Of note in this area, right?
Oh.
Oh no.
Ed.
About this
Oh.
for a long time. The process of comprehension, deconstruction, and reconstruction. The world flows too. It must also follow laws. Everything circulates. Even death is a part of that circulation. You must accept the flow.
I just want to be human again. Even if it means going against the flow of the world and trying to do the impossible.
Jeez, he's...
You boy, you were the Full Metal Alchemist Edward Elric, correct?
Oh, shit.
I have to move. Now! Let's go out! Run for it!
No, you don't.
Got you!
Damn it, what the hell is this guy's problem? Making enemies isn't something that well, I never really avoided it. But there's no reason someone should be trying to kill me.
Even if Roy shows up, he's useless in the rain.
As long as there are creators like you in the world, there must also be destroyers.
And it looks like we're gonna have to fight.
Too slow.
Oh.
You're too slow.
Oh. Well, thank God it's his arm.
Brother! Don't! Just run away!
I'm not gonna leave you behind, Al!
You press your hands together to make a ring, and then you perform transmutation. Now I see.
Oh.
Then I will have to start by destroying this abhorrent right arm of yours.
Oh. Wow, this guy is too good. Winry's gonna be mad.
Promise me you won't hurt my brother.
Brother!
I will keep that promise.
No! Brother, what are you trying to do? What are you thinking? Run! Get up and run! Stop! Don't touch him! No! No, you can't! Never!
That's enough. You won't be killing anybody else today, Scar.
As an agent of God, I am here to hand down his judgment.
Agent
If
of
you
God.
interfere, I will eliminate you as well.
Oh, is that right? You guys stay out of it.
Colonel Mustang, sir!
Dude,
Mustang, this is truly an auspicious day.
So you know who I am, and you still want to challenge me.
it's raining. Frickin' Roy. You dumbass.
Hawkeye, what the hell did you do that for?
You know as well as I do, you're useless on rainy days. Please stay back.
Useless.
For I will destroy all who interfere with my mission right here and now.
I'd like to see you try it.
A newcomer.
You have to be quick to avoid my fist. Not bad. Not bad at all.
I'm here.
Why don't you start by defeating me? I'll show you the art of alchemy that has been passed down the Armstrong family for generations.
He's kind of like Ioma from My Hero Academia.
Major, watch what you're doing! We don't want to destroy the city, do we?
What do you mean? Destruction and creation are two sides of the same coin. You must destroy to create. That is the law of the universe.
Did he have to strip?
Are you surprised? He's clearly insane.
I would be disappointed if he didn't.
Fail to see the inherent truth of that statement.
Not that way, it's
We
just funny.
understand, don't we, Scar?
This guy just must stop at the deconstruction phase.
Wow.
But if Scar is an alchemist as well, doesn't that mean he's strayed from whatever his ways of God are too?
He's unusually coordinated for his size, and his strength is almost superhuman. But there's a moment when his swing is too wide. There it is.
Ooh.
Wide.
Ooh. Oh. He's good.
Red eyes and brown skin, that means he's...
Of course he's in Ishvalan.
As well give
Oh,
up,
the
Scar.
war.
You're not getting away.
Oh, yes, he is.
It was all I could do to keep myself from being killed.
Oh, is it over now?
Lieutenant Colonel Hughes, where have you been this whole time?
I thought it best to lay low.
You didn't think about maybe backing us up?
Of course not! A person like me shouldn't get dragged into a freak show with you pack of pseudo-humans. It's bad for my health! Don't just stand there, we've got things to do!
Al, talk to me. Are you alright? Come on, Al. Al, do you hear me?
Why didn't you run away when I told you to? What kind of idiot are you?
No way! I'm not just gonna run away and leave you behind!
Which is exactly why you're an idiot!
You keep
This-
punching me like that for. If I'd run away, you could have been killed. You know that?
You don't get to
Survival
die.
is the only way, Ed. Live on. Learn more about alchemy. You could find a way to get our bodies back and help people like Nina. You can't do that by dying. I won't allow you to abandon the possibility of hope and choose a meaningless death. Oh, great! And now my arms come off because my brother's a big fat idiot.
Oh no.
We're really falling apart, aren't we, brother?
If this got out, things would get complicated.
Yeah. The older brother aside, I wouldn't even know how to explain the younger brother's body.
So confirmed, was on the other side of the war. Probably victim of a lot of war.
The Ishvalans were a race of people who lived to the east of us.
Were?
They believed that their god Ishvala was the one absolute creator. Even after they were annexed into the country, there were still conflicts between us and them.
Annexed?
Then, 13 years ago, a military officer accidentally shot and killed an Ishvalan child. And that led to a full-blown civil war, exterminate Ishval. Many state alchemists were brought in to act as human weapons.
Exterminate.
Needless to say, the state alchemists produced striking results.
Before we can make any headway on getting your body back, we have to get my arm back to normal. After all, I'm the only one who knows how to bond your soul to the armor. We've got no choice. It's been a long time. We need to pay a visit to our mechanic.
Oh. She kind of looks like, reminds me of Luca from Chrono Trigger. Alright guys, so this episode was pretty action-packed actually, and we still had some emotional moments though. But earlier in the episode we met Envy posing as Cornello, still trying to drum up the masses. I don't know how people still trust him after he announced to the whole town that he was playing them. I thought we might see Rose again in that moment, but no luck there. So Envy, Gluttony, and Lust are aware of Scar and are troubled by him, which is interesting. It feels like Scar is actually like taking out people who would be in this group's way, seeing how they seem to clash with Full Metal. Though I don't know what their final goal is just yet, so who knows. And Lust was saying that they can't take out Ed just yet because he's an important sacrifice. I don't know what that means. Why him? Is it because he glimpsed the knowledge in that other realm? Though, how would they know that in the first place? Meh. And Hughes warns Roy to stay hidden until they can apprehend Scar, since he's the only state alchemist in the area. But Roy is like, oh, he isn't. Like, Scar just shows up right next to Ed and Al while they're hurting over Nina's death. Heck of a fight that ensues. Ed is like terrified of Scar at first, which is a new look on him. We've never seen him we've always seen him be better than everybody he's fought so far. And he gets his arm taken off, and Al gets his body ripped to shreds. Interesting like lore we're learning about construction, deconstruction, and reconstruction. And he can just stop it at deconstruction. That's really interesting. But yeah, Roy and a bunch of the military show up, but Roy like shoots his gun into the sky. Like, this guy has killed how many of you? And he was his hand was like inches from Ed's face. Like, you don't take the shot in that situation. Like, there was no guarantee that he was gonna stop if you just shot your gun into the air. Like, I'm frustrated. And then he tries to like 1v1 Scar in the rain. He's like, everybody stay back. And I see why Hawkeye told Winry that she had someone to protect, because Roy is so freaking stupid. This is the second time in 5 episodes. I think we've seen him in action twice, I think. And both times it's in the rain and he tries to snap and it like fails miserably. Oh man. Goes poof. If it wasn't for Hawkeye, he'd be dead right now. And Armstrong comes busting in and actually does very well against Scar. He says later on that it was all he could do to like stay alive and not die. But I would say that Scar was up pretty much on the fence as well. So Armstrong is the only character so far we've seen give Scar a run for his money. Scar thinks there's a moment when Armstrong's swing is too wide and he's telegraphing his punches, but I feel like Armstrong purposely did that to draw Scar into an attack. So he knew when to step back. He's like, all right, I'm about to swing. He's gonna like come attack me, and he did that so he could create an opening for Hawkeye and the others to take him down. So super impressive on Armstrong's end. Also, Scar is also very impressive for dodging those bullets, though I don't know why they didn't just continue spraying. But yeah, Ed was prepared to die as long as Scar didn't hurt Al. And I love how Al just chastises him for it afterwards. It definitely made me tear up in that moment, like telling him to live, telling him to fight for, to get their bodies back and not to give up, and all the people that can help if they stay alive. But it also made me laugh really hard. Like, look what you made me do. My arm fell off because of you. I'm falling apart. But yeah, we learned more about the Ishvalan uprising, and then I think they used the word extermination. So state alchemists were sent in to commit genocide, essentially. And we saw Freezer, and I think we saw the guy that Freezer visited in jail in episode 1 we saw him blowing things up in that flashback. Interesting. And yeah, all of these characters are suddenly like all these state alchemists that we've kind of been like rooting for, like Roy and Armstrong. They're suddenly much grayer characters. Yeah, like at the very least, they have a ton of red in their ledger, to borrow a term from MCU, the Black Widow. But yeah, just because they're the winners of the war doesn't mean they're right or that the war was justified. I don't know that there had to have been a way to stop it, right? But yeah, there probably will be a price to pay for everything they've done somewhere down the line. It sounds like Führer Bradley is the one who took control and like decided to just kill all of them, so he might be the one who has to pay the most. I guess you could argue they're paying the price now with Scar killing a bunch of them. But yeah. Yeah, overall, a very solid episode. Very impressed. I'm going to give this an 8.5. Yeah, looking forward to seeing... I really don't know where this story is going. I thought it would kind of be like episode of the week. Like villain of the week. Like every episode is about a different thing. But it does feel like there's an overarching narrative, which is very interesting and very appreciated. I appreciate shows that do that. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for this time. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. We're also 1 week ahead, so you can watch episode 6 over there as well. And yeah, be sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time.